The following podcast contains mature language and adult discussion.
Wrestlingus show. Yeah, we back, boy. Wrestlingus show. Fuck those we ignore. Wrestlingus show. Too hard for the meat. Wrestlingus show. On the air every week.
It is the Wrestlingus show, ladies and gentlemen. Back once again. It is a Tuesday, Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. You can find all the complete shows at patreon.com/Lingus Mafia. You get the full complete show. However, you're all getting this free show right here because you're getting Raw because there was a pay-per-view, which means on the pay-per-view, you get that extra special Patreon exclusive, which was Crown Jewel, Faust, and SmackDown.
So SmackDown and Crown Jewel was Patreon exclusive.
And we were hot.
Just $5.
$5. We were hot to the touch, Faust. There might be some major news with this show semi-soon. We won't talk about it yet. Ooh. But some fun stuff might be coming down the fucking path. So we will keep you updated. However, we're here to talk about fucking Raw, ladies and gentlemen. And Faust, I couldn't have been happier to watch Monday Night Football. And go, oh, Raw's done? Where's that fucking button for me? And I fucking sat there and watched. I go, wow, Raw is great when it's an hour.
Especially right after a pay-per-view or, a PLE.
PLE. Fuck your PLEs.
5 minutes is going to be
Crown it's
Jewel
fast
recaps.
forward. Yes. So you stick around for a match. If you like a match, you go match, whatever. He really cuts down the show with all their fucking rewinds. You go, thank you, goodbye. So I was actually sitting in the living room, Faust. I was in the pauper area of the house with one TV. So I was watching football, and then I said, okay, now I could do this. So I wasn't having my glorious watch all fucking 5 at once, you know.
You're giving one of the other rooms some attention that you normally don't get.
Well, I had a fire on, Faust. It was fucking cold. So I was like, well, let me have the fucking fire out here. I already burnt the carpet. The wife's gone, and I already burned the fucking carpet.
Oh, shit.
It wasn't my fault, like Snitsky said. The fucking thing, it sparks, it shoots a fucking thing. Yeah. It's not like I have the fucker open. It's the fucking chains that hang down, and something nutted, and I fucking ran and got it out of there. Rollins wants to go there and thank Sammy, Faust, for the briefcase assist from the pay-per-view. So he calls Sammy out. Sammy come out. He goes, you come on out, Sammy. And then Sammy has no case. And he goes, oh, I laughed. Before we knew anything, I laughed because I go, oh, this is very typical. I see you don't have the case, and I bet you I can guess why. This is what happened to you. You go, motherfucker. And then I said, though, hey, Tony, fucking take note. Take fucking note. And then I said take note a second time because what had happened is he says, oh, I talked to Pierce, and I bet you Pierce said to give the fucking thing back. And again, Tony, take fucking note. Tell the knife to give the belt back. Mm-hmm. Fucking retarded.
Yeah, I think MJF was watching this segment being like,
oh, yeah, you're general manager. All right, the owner can't tell us. But, Seth says he went to see Pierce and to get you a title shot. I'm going to give you a title shot of goodness in my heart. And he says, you just tell me when and where. And everyone, I see guys in the background like this. Tonight. I said,
right.
Oh, fucking Mark's left him. Hey, right here. And he goes, I want to wait till you're fully healed. Because I said, what?
I want, when I get, when, not if, but when I win my first title.
Yes.
I want to be.
He got to be passionate. And I
want to be against
thinking,
a champion who is not compromised.
I keep thinking, I go, you know what? They should save it for SummerSlam, for Survivor Series. And then you're like, oh, yeah, there's War Games, all that shit. Right. But I'm like, that could be a main event for that. Mm-hmm. But the crowd, you're going to shit on the crowd if you go, well, not this week. That's a bad guy's thing to do.
Right.
So Seth goes, listen, we've never been 100%. It's been years.
Yeah, I've known you for 20 years.
Faust, I don't wrestle.
100%?
Faust, I don't wrestle, and I haven't been 100%. I couldn't tell you when.
Yeah, I'm definitely not 100% in.
I'm fucking broken. And Sammy goes, all right, fuck it. We do it right now, everyone. Yeah. They go crazy.
And then Seth almost seems like surprised that he said tonight.
It does, you motherfucker. After all.
Meanwhile, you're the one who keeps saying, just say when.
Yeah.
But then, they do shake hands.
They shake. NWO is in the back, Faust.
Just chilling, hanging out, having a good time.
I wonder if when Rhea's like stroking fucking his, he got to get a hard on. He's a young guy. That shit. Back in the day, Faust, a woman rubbed her hand through my hair before.
Mm-hmm.
I almost came on her. Fuck. Yeah, you know, for
Like American Pie.
Yeah, it was immediate. You got a hard on. You were like, fuck. Oh man, I remember like fucking yesterday, Faust. I was laying on my bed at my mother's house back in the fucking day, right? And I was playing games, and there was a chick. She was rubbing her hands through my hair the whole time. And I remember I was like, fuck. And I completely had a fucking hard on, right? And then she threw her leg over my fucking middle. And I was like, oh no, like I put a hole through her leg. And I remember her leg going up like, oh fuck. Like she realized I was fucking hard. And so you're embarrassed almost. You know, like, well, you'd be embarrassed. Now you're praying for those days, Faust.
Oh, yeah.
You go like this. You start to smack. Come on, wake up. What are you doing? Now I'm in the bathroom, Faust, unripping a fucking blue chew. It's a fucking different story. Why are you in the bathroom so long? Nothing. I need a half hour to fucking hide.
Half hour, let it settle.
I forgot. I got to take the garbage out. I'll be back. I got to go to the store. What the fuck? I'm naked in bed. Never mind. So Priest is pissed. Sammy's getting a shot. How dare you? Well, you have a shot anytime you want, motherfucker. What are you upset about?
Yeah.
New Day versus
And JD's wearing a Priest shirt too.
Yes.
And Damien's all like, he
You
wants
pay
to
for
make sure
that?
that he paid for it.
I need
No
my
freebies
royalty,
around
you
here.
son of a bitch. New Day versus NWO non-tag titles, Faust. And I wrote, non-tag. Uh-oh. I wonder what's going to happen. Faust? They fucking... I go, now I think you could tell Triple H is in charge.
Yeah.
It's a non-title match and the champions fucking won.
Mm-hmm.
The champions should never
Look at
lose
that.
until they lose a fucking belt.
Yep.
Tozawa versus Shinsuke, Faust.
Well, before that, we
Tozawa's
had
ripped, too.
earlier today, Drew McIntyre arrived.
That's
to
what I
the
forgot to
arena,
write down, yes.
And Jackie asked him, so, Drew,
Who
after
was
you
unflattering
lost
pants,
your title
by the way.
shot, what's next? And he just gets back in the SUV and leaves.
Because I've had it with this. Goes,
He's like,
fuck this.
man, I
shit."
just flew in from Saudi Arabia and now I'm here and like, yeah, fuck it, I'm going home.
Tozawa versus Shinsuke.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. What the fuck do you
Right.
expect? I mean, it's Tozawa knows what the fuck he's doing in the ring at least. I mean, he's agile and looks like he's gonna hurt himself, but he's so light. He does all this crazy shit. And then so
Right.
afterwards, Otis gets in the ring and starts to gyrate and fucking tear it. Yeah, Tucky and all his shit, his big shtick. And
So
I laugh.
Nakamura is going to beat him next week, and then
Yeah.
the following week it'll be Gable.
Yeah, it'll take a longer to beat Gable. And then after the winner go to spoil, he gets to fuck Maxine. I heard that was in the contract.
Oh,
They told me
Hey,
that.
now.
That's what Meltzer reported, actually. So I expect it to be happening.
you heard that on Observer Radio?
Yeah, you know, what they're going to do is they're going to fuck Maxine live. Yeah, that's what I hear. Which is a reference back to when the time they fucked her on NXT. Yeah, that's
That's what I'm hearing.
that's what I'm hearing.
But plans can change.
Never know. We were going to get to see Maxine's pink pussy lips. Plans changed. What's with the Natty promo?
I know. I was out of
Fucking
nowhere.
yes. I'm like, what? Of all people. Okay. 4-way IC title shot, Faust. Only Rico gets a fucking entrance, too.
Mm-hmm.
Miz, Ivar, and Bronson Arroyo.
Cole gives his well wishes to Eric, who just had neck fusion.
They sent well wishes to Eric. And I laugh because they do a big thing, and then they go, and our well wishes go out to Eric. Like I go, motherfucker, with this name, Eric.
Eric.
Faust,
And people are like, Eric who? Oh, just Eric.
just Eric.
Eric with a K. Oh, I got you.
Faust, I'm calling it. In about a fucking year, because it's going to be a year. It's a neck
Mhm.
surgery, right? In a year, old Eric is going to show up with a fucking afro. He going to look totally different. I say he got to
Right.
get like AIDS thin. And then he's going to come out and he's going to attack Ivar, who will be a fucking star by then, and it'll be a good
Mhm.
guy. And it will be, you didn't call to check on me while I was in the fucking hospital, because that's the fucking go-to immediately.
That's great.
Yes. It'll be, you didn't check on me. Now I'm going to fight you. How about that move by fucking old Rico being flung off the top rope into a Hurricane Rana?
Oh, that was wild.
That was good. That was very good. He barely got, I mean, listen, what are you going to do? So here's the thing. I write down, what do you think of this fucking odd finish? And then I just saw a headline that said, did he botch? And I'm like, it sure seemed like a botch because of how the ref was acting, although it looked proper anyway. Like, you wouldn't really know until the referee was screaming that Miz wasn't the winner.
Right, because there's no music after. So what happened was Eric hit a moonsault on Ricochet at the same time that Bronson went for the tsunami, but Miz moved. So both guys were pinning at the same time. And then
Rico's
Ricochet
shoulder
gets
up.
his elbow up, or his shoulder up. And so they're like, well, Miz is the winner. And even Cole's like confused. And Barrett's like, no, I saw Ricochet get his shoulder up. And then the ref doesn't know what to do. There's no music for Miz.
Like, they're announcing Miz, and he's like, no, the ref. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
So the word on the sheets is that Ricochet got concussed earlier in the match. Maybe when he did that Hurricanrana earlier, that he hit his head.
He didn't hit it hard either because he got caught.
More like it on his fucking neck. But maybe that's why.
So it would have been supposed to be Ivar wins and Miz wins same time. So maybe next week is Ivar versus Miz
match for next week, which they, Ivar attacked him after the match anyway.
I wonder if
sets up a match for next week.
So in the earpiece of the ref, do they say, tell Ivar to attack Miz so we can set this up then?
Went on.
Yeah, because he attacks Miz. All right.
I mean,
Miz was over.
Seems like they told Samantha first because she's the one that announced the winner.
Shit. The ref's like, hey, what the fuck? Academy's
do me
in
a
the
favor.
back. Yeah.
Do me a favor real quick before we move on. Leave and come back. Your camera froze. And I'm not sure if it's frozen on the video feed or not, but just to make sure.
All right, let me see. Okay, we have fixed it and we are back. The Academy is in the back, Faust, and they want to talk to Tozawa. He's getting ready for NXT tomorrow.
Yeah, so he apologizes for losing, and Gable's like, I told you need to stick to smaller guys. What are you doing fighting Nakamura? Like, Nakamura's a big monster.
He's like, well, they don't have a cruiserweight division here. What am I supposed to do?
And you're going to go win that Heritage Cup tomorrow, and we're going to be there to have your back.
Heritage Cup. And then Maxine comes in. She's fucking ready because, as we know, she's got to get prepared to get fucked after Gable loses eventually. To the winner go the spoil. We finally get to see her in the ring tonight, Faust. We're going to get to see it. A look at the Creed brothers. They do a fucking thing from last week, all that stuff. And then they're getting a contract signed, which I said, if they get to be on Raw, that was okay to win. And they do. They're on now. So now DIY shows up and they say, oh, no, okay, they're going to have a match tonight.
It's funny, too, because they sign their contracts, and then even Pierce, throws in a little jab towards SmackDown. I don't know what you guys would have done on Friday night, but, welcome to Raw.
Yeah, fuck that guy over there. He goes, yeah, fuck Nigel. Okay, so now it's going to be DIY versus Creed. Of course, it's a good match. And I go, okay, how are they going to do this? And I completely forgot that, DIY fucked Adolf. Right. So now, of course, this is what's going to happen. Adolf runs to the ring and kicks him in the fucking head, and they fucking lose and do that cannonball bullshit move, and they fucking win. Sammy and Jay talking to back. They fucking slap hands and oos it up. What are you going to fucking do?
Yeah, because they had a video recap of Sammy losing to Roman and how Jay was involved. So Jay was kind of like, hey, so about all that shit back then. Yeah, my bad. I'm sorry. But that was a long time ago. Sammy's like, whatever. And then Jay's trying to hype him up for his big title match tonight. Yeah. And then Jay says, I talked to Pierce, and me and Cody are going to rematch for the tag titles next week.
Jackie with Becky in the back about the Battle Royal they're going to talk about. And so she says how happy she is and hasn't been this happy since, because this is Nia who shows up, Faust.
Yeah, Nia, the
waterbed. The whole fucking... Yeah, the word Nia never showed up in my notes, and I'm like, well, that jumped ahead. Yeah, Nia shows up, interrupts, and says, I haven't been this happy since I broke your face. And Becky said, yeah, it was interesting. After that, I went on to Mania, and you went on to get fired. How about that? I said, oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. and Nia went, but I got a real pretty face. Okay.
You have a very pretty face. It's a very model face.
Thank you. My favorite is her in the background, Faust. Thank you.
All modest.
Yes. Thank you. I know. My face is very model face. It's a very model face. Faust, it's a very model face. You have two eyes, a nose, and a mouth. It's very model. Coach is in the back, Faust, with Piper in green. Faust
and Scottish Kong.
Chelsea's face is really no good. I've come to the conclusion it's just not good.
Yes, it's weird because sometimes I'm like, oh, it's okay.
I think she clowns herself up.
Kind of like that clown, like
clown makeup.
Horse. I don't know what it is.
It is little Aubrey to the good side though. Like she floats on it.
I've seen some of the video. Like I've seen pictures of her without makeup and. Oof.
Oh, run for your life, huh? Shayna and Chris Kattan show up, and they say, "Oh, we're gonna kill everybody in the Rumble." Okay, Women's Rumble, Faust, for a shot at Survivor Series for the title against Mommy. Natalia Biden comes out, Faust.
They're aviators.
Faust, we had L.A. Biden. I think we're gonna have Natalia Biden on this fucking one. Write it down. Yeah, she comes out with these aviator fucking glasses that are Jesus Christ. Becky is knocked out before the match by Zaya. And I really like the fact that Pierce comes down and Zaya goes to go in and he goes, fuck you. You're not getting, you think you get the reward?
I did like this too.
Fuck off.
Little things like that.
It is.
It's just stuff you don't see in wrestling when they
be real life.
Bring in real logic. It's nice.
Yeah, imagine that. My God. Oh, you're going to reward yourself. No. Nikki with this,
but then it goes into after commercial when Becky's getting checked on and the medic is like rubbing her shoulder. Do you remember anything? How's your memory? I'm like, fuck.
He's just trying to get a cop of feel for.
Yeah, exactly. That's probably like fuck.
Faust, one step forward, two back. Nikki with the retarded gimmick. I've had it already. I've already had it.
Yeah.
Why is she here if this is what they're doing? She
stands there, eventually gets thrown out, and just stands on the outside. At least when Raquel, I think Raquel was extra happy because when she came down for her entrance, she was like, "Yeah, I get to
look at that. There's my back again."
I know you all missed this.
Maxine is worried about her wedgie more than the match. Did you see it?
She was having a match with her wedgie.
She was fighting. She had lost the match, and she was pulling it out of her ass. And I'm like, oh wow, she's getting beat up, and she's trying to pull her outfit out of her ass. What's with this fucking this fucking raver girl with the tattoo across her ass cheek? There's a tattoo written across her cheek.
Is it across? I didn't even notice.
It is. It's not even like, it's like from her leg going up onto her ass. It's bad. Like, holy shit.
You have to take a closer look next time.
Thank you. 3 dump Nia. And then she pulls the new girl, Ivy, off the apron.
Right. Because the final 5 are the 4 that just lost to Rhea and Ivy, who's having her first Raw match. I'm like, man, I hope it's not one of these 4 that just lost to Rhea that wins this match.
Faust, this is modern day Willow who lost that title shot and gets the title shot.
Exactly.
I laughed because you get this Ivy sitting on the apron. You knew this was coming a mile away.
Right. Especially when Cole's like
hurry
to get back
up.
in the ring. And I don't know why she was sitting there. It was almost like she was she was supposed to be scared to get back in the ring because the other
That's
girls
what it looked like.
There,
and I'm like, this is Nia needs to hurry the fuck up, is what that is, because you make her look like a moron. Zoe, Shayna, Raquel are left. Double team to the final, so it's now Shayna and Chris Kattan. Mm-hmm. And then they're on the outside of the fucking ring, and this is all you got, Shayna says, so she gets kicked in the fucking face and dropped, and Chris Kattan is fucking masquerading for the women's title. Rhea interview in the back, and Chris Kattan shows up. I'm going to win it. You hold on tight. She give a slap to them.
Yeah, because Rhea was like saying how she's focused on NWO retaining the tag titles next week, and Kattan's all like, oh, don't overlook me.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not. How'd you like it when I dumped you off the second rope onto the other girls?
Yeah, no, and we saw how Kevin Faust said, we saw you look. She looked down when she was fucking going. Sammy versus Rollins, Faust.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, Sammy's all serious,
Faust.
you know, because it's a big title match. It comes out, you know, not all fun and games. He's focused.
Faust, would it kill Sammy to go to the gym one time? Just once. That's all I ask. Once a week, maybe. Like a regular guy.
30 minutes a day, but I mean, it's hard for me to do 30 minutes a day.
Faust, it's not your business.
That is true.
Faust, you go in the ring. It's different. I yell at you too. I go, what the fuck's wrong with you?
That's his cardio, his matches.
Yeah, exactly. He don't lift a weight. He does cardio. Boston Crab, and it gets like reverse 3 rollovers and then a fucking pin. So Seth wins clean and shake a hand, you know.
Sammy's
NWO.
disappointed, obviously.
Yes.
Like they're playing that up how dejected he is from losing.
NWO show up afterwards. And then fucking
because it shows Sammy leaving, like he's leaving.
Yeah.
Then he turns back to look at the ring, and as soon as he turns back, it's just
I'm
NWO
like-
just fucking
I was
runs.
like, so they
all
didn't
four
see
of
them
just
fucking.
run his ass over.
They didn't see it. He probably saw it, went like this. Fuck, I had to turn around. Shit, it was late. And then, I'm like, you would have saw them all coming. Jay then shows up. Cody then shows up, and I write down, I assume this is War Games. Pierce and security show up. Pierce gets screaming, takes his glasses off. You want to play a fucking game? You want to fucking play a game? And we're going to fucking play a game in Chicago. This is War Game. I go, this guy been dying to fucking scream. And I go, and he's dying to be in this match. He wishes he was involved in it. He's like, this is War Games. And fucking everyone, they're all fucking nuts.
That used to be Regal's gimmick on NXT.
Yes.
War Games.
So he's got to wait Regal another, half year? And he can say it? Because he can't be on TV for a fucking year.
Is it 2 years that he
I thought it's a
agreed to?
year.
Something like that.
I thought he had to do 1 year of not being on TV. That'd be interesting to know.
It's been almost a year. It feels like it's been
It's
a while.
worth it to get out of prison. You go, whatever you say, sir, 10 years. I don't give a shit. I'm out of here.
And then they all brawl some more. I'm just busy
That's how we
looking at
go
it like,
off.
okay, I see Davari out there. I see
I do too. Hurricane
I see Jason
Davari.
Jordan. I'm like, who's that guy with the beard? I'm like, oh yeah, that's Petey Williams.
Oh, Petey Williams.
I'm like, where's Abyss?
Looking for these people.
I know he's one of the producers. But you never
Jesus.
see him with those pull aparts.
No.
It's too big.
That's it, kids. We're done. That is your Raw review. That is what you
That was
have
a quick
got.
show.
Yeah. Fuck. 21 minutes. Usually we fucking barrel. Well, we usually have fucking another show that we do with this. So you always get an
But it's
hour.
like we always say, like, there's more to dissect on Dynamite.
Oh, fuck. Dynamite is our bread and butter, Faust. I'm telling you, we could go straight to fucking giving other people to do WWE, and we'll do the pay-per-view of WWE, and we do AEW. It's very, it's possible. That's it, kids. Patreon.com/Lingus Mafia. You want to get all those shows because we do we did well over an hour for Crown Jewel.
Yeah.
That's on
Oh,
there.
and I have a editor's note that I made an error on the last show. I said there was no title changes. And I was
did you?
corrected. Remember, there was a U.S. title was changed.
Oh, yes. And you know
I
what?
forgot that
And I
the
don't even
U.S.
notice it.
the U.S. title was defended in Saudi Arabia, but the IC champ
Can't.
wasn't allowed to go over
Not
there.
allowed.
Oh, the irony.
All right, kids, remember, when you hear wrestling shows, you must go, oh my fucking God, I have just heard the greatest wrestling show I have ever heard.
Well, let's not put our foot through a Van Gogh, people. That was great.